Hello, and welcome to Careers Beyond Motherhood Live. Today, I want to talk to you about how flexible working requires flexible thinking. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Janine Esbrand, and I'm the founder of Lightbox Coaching, and I help women to build careers that they love beyond motherhood. I'm also a lawyer, I'm a mother to two lovely little people, and I'm a wife to a lovely husband. So I'm going to dive into talking about flexible working. Earlier on this week, I was talking to an organisation who is looking at ways that they can support their employees more around flexible working, and it got me thinking about how it's great that that employers are thinking about flexible working, but also individuals, us as mums, need to think about how our mindset is around flexible working. So wherever you're joining from, do type in the comments and tell me where you're joining from, even if you're catching the replay. And also, I'd like to know if you work flexibly. So type 1 in the comments if you have a flexible working schedule. All right, so when we come to thinking about flexible working, if you are, say you're on maternity leave, or you're thinking about what life's going to be like after maternity leave, or you've returned already and you've been working for a while and you're looking at ways to make your role more flexible rather, you might be thinking, is it even possible? How could I do it? Will it work? So oftentimes we look at the job you had before and the role that you had before, and you look at what you quite like, or what you would like to be your work setup, and there can seem to be such a huge gap between where you were before to where you would like things to look, and that then we stop there and say, well, it's not possible. So for example, when I was working as a lawyer in the corporate space, so I was a corporate lawyer when I was pregnant with my son, and I was thinking, how am I possibly going to continue my legal career and spend as much time as I would like with my son? It's just not going to be possible. I looked around and saw like working mothers around me, but not necessarily ones that were doing work in the way that I wanted to do it, and so I initially thought it's not going to be possible. But then I just shifted my mindset and thought, well, let me not think it's not going to be possible, let me think about how I can make it possible. And so I got really clear on what I wanted my work life to look like, and then I worked backwards from there and figured out that actually making a move in-house would allow me to work part-time and allow me to spend the time that I wanted to spend with my son. So I want to encourage you to think not think this isn't possible, and instead think about how can I make it happen. Because here's the thing, you might be the first person. If you look around your organisation or your industry and nobody's working in that way, you might be the first person to introduce it, or you might be the first person to spearhead it, and then that could lead other people to do the same as you are doing. So there always has to be a first, right? So I want you to think about your mindset. If you want to secure a flexible working role, and you want to work in a way that's going to work for you and your family, firstly you need to think about how you're thinking about this, and you need to think about whether you need a mindset shift. So to go from this is totally not possible to yeah, I could see how this could work, because once you have the mindset shift and you can see how it could work, then you're able to pitch it, and then you're able to sell it to either your organization or the new place that you want to work, or whoever it is you need to pitch it to. You'll be able to do that once you're fully clear in your mind about what you want it to look like. So have that time, spend that time thinking about, well, what would I like it to look like? What would, in an ideal world, if there weren't any barriers, if there weren't anyone telling me no, what would I want my work life to look like on a weekly basis, on a daily basis? What would your ideal look like? You do that, spend some time figuring that out, and that's going to be really valuable when you come to actually either seeking out a role or seeking to make your role flexible. So that's all I really wanted to share today. So really think about your mindset when it comes to developing and building and growing your career beyond motherhood. We're going to go because it's sunny outside, and we're going to go hang out. I just wanted to share that if you're not already part of my Facebook group, the Careers Beyond Motherhood community, that we would love for you to join and come sing with us and come hang out with us, and as we support one another on our Careers Beyond Motherhood journey. So I'm going to put the link in the comments, and it would be lovely for you to come and hang out with us in the group. All right, we're going to go now. See you. Have a great day.